Food is memories. It takes us back home. And home is where our heart is, isn't it? For me, Hub's bread brings back memories of Saturday mornings with my late dad. A quick lunch after errands. As a 6-year-old, I looked forward to Hub's with chow mein, stewed chicken or gizzards, with a sea moss for him and a cold, refreshing bottle of peanut punch for me. If you have struggled to get your Hub's bread to look and taste just like the ones you grew up eating from the bakery, then this is the video for you. You'll need just a few ingredients: powdered milk, all-purpose flour, lukewarm milk or water, melted butter, yeast, brown sugar, and salt. Next, we'll place all the dry ingredients in a large bowl or pot and mix to combine. Mix the melted butter with the water and add it gradually to the flour. We'll grab and squeeze the dough to bring it together. As another option, you can use the KitchenAid mixer with the dough hook. I'll add the water until it forms a sticky, wet dough. Now that I've used up all the water, I will roll it around to bring it together into a ball. At this point, I'll add dry flour to make it more manageable. Start with 1 teaspoon and increase it up to 2 tablespoons. The next step is quite easy. I've devised a very simple technique to help you master this kneading process. All you're doing is folding the dough towards the middle. Set a timer, put on some music, and repeat this for the next 10 minutes. I've made this 5 times in the past week to ensure that this technique is foolproof, and it worked every time. If it makes it easier, remove it from the pot or the bowl and place it on your counter. Now you can fold, spin, fold, spin, fold, spin, and you can fold 2 or 3 times before spinning the dough. The dough is ready when it's smooth and elastic. After the 10 minutes of kneading are up, place the dough in an oiled bowl, ensuring that the entire surface of the dough is oiled as well. This will ensure that the dough does not dry out during the proofing process. Cover the dough with plastic wrap or a kitchen towel and place it in a warm area for 20 minutes. After 20 minutes, knead the dough using the same technique for exactly 1 minute. Form it into a ball, place it back into the oiled bowl, brush the top with oil, cover it and place it in a warm area until it's doubled in size. That takes about 1 to 2 hours. Next, we'll butter the baking pan and get ready to shape the dough. This recipe makes 16 small or 12 larger rolls. If you're a perfectionist, you can weigh the dough and divide the weight into 12 or 16, depending on how many you wish to make. Next, we'll take 1 piece of the dough and fold it upwards to the center and pinch to seal. I like keeping my hands oiled to help keep the dough moist. Once the top is sealed, I'll roll it around in the palm of my hands to help shape it into a nice round ball. To easily make 16 balls or loyas, I divide the dough into 4, and then I divide each of the 4 into another 4. I hope that wasn't too confusing. And I find it much easier to shape into a ball when the dough is smaller. Then I'll cover the dough and place it in a warm area again until it's doubled in size. It takes about 1 hour in my cold kitchen. If you live in a warmer climate, this will happen much quicker. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit and get your butter ready. Place it in the middle rack of your oven and cook it for about 25 to 35 minutes depending on your oven. You know it's ready when it has doubled in size, it has a lovely golden brown color, your house smells amazing, and it's hollow when tapped and it feels very light. Immediately brush your hop spread with butter and remove it from the tray so that it doesn't sweat. And that's hop spread, Trini-style. While it's still hot, we cut it in half, slather it with butter, and enjoy. Next, I'm going to share with you my 10-minute recipe for chow mein. It takes me 5 minutes to prep and 5 minutes to cook. The veggies have all been thoroughly rinsed, and I'll start with chopping the cabbage. Next, I'll julienne half of a green, orange, and red bell pepper. I have julienned the carrot, sliced an onion. Next, I'll finely dice a ginger and slice 1 to 2 cloves of garlic. And I'll roughly chop 2 scallions. I'll heat 3 tablespoons of oil and add the ginger and the garlic. Next I'll add the hot pepper, Scotch bonnet or habanero, and this is optional. Ten seconds. The flavors will be infused in the oil. Next, we'll add the onions. And the carrots. Raise the heat to high. Next, I'll add the peppers and the cabbage. Add salt. Add a little touch of sesame oil, and this is optional. About a tablespoon. Also add the chopped scallion and thyme leaves. Give it a stir and take the heat off. You take the heat off and you also remove it from the heat source, because it will continue to cook. And that's it. What we call chow mein in Trinidad. There you have it, today's quarantine breakfast of homemade hop spread with chow mein and a hot cup of tea. Here are a few other meal ideas. We use the dough to make a homemade personal pizza. I cooked the dough on the tower using a little bit of butter, and then we added lots of grated cheese, red, green pepper, red onion, pineapples, and tomato, and a little bit of scallions. Then we topped it with another layer of cheese and put it in the oven under the broiler for less than 5 minutes. We cooked the dough long enough so that it was crisp, and this combination was tantalizing. You can double the hop spread recipe, make hop spread with one half and leave the other half for a pizza night. Your family would love you for it. If hop spread is not your thing, then you can certainly make it into a loaf. This is just as delicious as the other bread recipe I shared last year. If you tried this recipe and loved it, tag me on social media and do leave me a nice comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, bye bye.